Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Get Your Act Together with Mike Bain. How you doing? How you guys doing? I'm doing great because let me fix these blinds behind me. That's gonna bother me. Oh, that's my fucking shit out of the way. That's fucking all right. Just fucking made it worse. There we go. Anyway, back to our Reginald scheduled program, Michael. Regularly scheduled program. Oh, baby. Oh, guys, I just bought some coffee, man, called Death Wish. It's called Death Wish coffee, and it has a skull and bones on the front. It's a black bag. It was $20 for a bag of coffee, man, which, if you don't drink coffee, those are cocaine prices, dude. But it claimed to be the strongest coffee in the world, and I don't think it's the strongest coffee in the world. I don't know if espresso is not considered coffee. It's not as strong as espresso, but it fucked me up. So I get the jitters. And by the way, sometimes I pronounce espresso espresso. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right? Oh, man. I remember I was taking an acting class and, God, the woman kept correcting me because I wouldn't say mozzarella sticks correctly. You're saying it sticks. And I go, yeah, I know, they are sticks. No, you're saying sticks. And I go, yeah, they are sticks. Stick. And I go, stick. Sticks. Sticks. The fact that was what she was coming down on me for and not my whole like fucking everything else, my entire accent and demeanor, and that was really sticks. I got pretty fucking heated too. I was not a happy camper. Anyway, how you guys doing? I hope this greets you on a fine Monday morning. Thank you to regular listeners and any new listeners who might have come in because you knew Ashley and now you know me. Welcome, dude. This is a solo podcast. Not everyone who listens to the other ones listens to these, and somewhat vice versa, but usually the other way. It's just me talking about fucking life and answering questions, dude. And here's the thing. Maybe you're having a rough Monday morning. All right? You might be. You might be having a rough Monday morning. I'm going to tell you why it's not that bad, right? Why in the grand scheme of things, it could be a lot worse, right? So this is something that I only just found out about recently. So I was reading and I came across this information. So let me tell you a story about a guy who had a really bad morning, and why whenever I have a bad morning, I remind myself that it could be so much worse. So this gentleman's name is Yamaguchi. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Tsutomu. I'm just going to refer to him as Yamaguchi. All right, I can pronounce Yamaguchi. I suck. Now, if you're good with names, you probably figured out that is a Japanese name. That sounds Japanese. Now, Mr. Yamaguchi is a businessman in Japan several decades ago, and he's doing some business in a city, a little old town called Hiroshima or Hiroshima, depending on how you pronounce it. And he's preparing to leave Hiroshima. Now, this man is going to have a very rough day because this is Hiroshima on August 6th, 1945. And so something happened on that day. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be laughing because a lot of you are going to be like, this isn't funny. But this is the sort of thing that I find absolutely hilarious. Not atomic bombs, but just the story you're about to hear. Okay. So anyway, if you didn't pick up by now, something bad is going to happen today. And oh, let me see what day of the week. Because if this happened on a Monday... Oh shit, it was a Monday! nation of fucking cunts. Oh. So I didn't know it was on a Monday. All right, I knew that we dropped the atom bomb in the morning. I knew it was between 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. It was 8:15 a.m. Monday morning in Hiroshima. So Mr. Yamaguchi is a businessman. He's an engineer, and he's leaving Hiroshima. And his story reminds me so much of my friend Steve, because he is such a lucky, he makes dumb decisions, but somehow is such a lucky prick. Okay, so this guy is about to leave the city. He's on his way to the docks to catch a boat, okay, to go home from Hiroshima, where he was doing business. And, see something falling out of the sky with a parachute attached. Anyway, now keep in mind, this is such a shit fucking thing. Now, people didn't like the atomic bomb. Understandably so. I think we can all agree why. But one of the things that really sucked about how the U.S. dropped the atomic bomb was they dropped it at 8:15 a.m., which meant people who would have been at work or at school in a building where they might not have received those flash burns from the bomb were literally commuting. They were on their way to school. They were outside. Okay, that was like a double fucking whammy. Because if it had dropped it at maybe 11 or 10 a.m., most people would be inside. No, they dropped it when people were on their commute to work, which is brutal, man. Imagine dying on your commute. That fucking sucks. You know what? It's better to die on the commute to work than the commute from work. I would much rather get bombed at 8 a.m. than at 5:30 p.m. I would. Because if I die in the commute home, that means I worked and I didn't get paid for it. At least, you know what? At least getting blown up on a Monday morning at 8:15, I don't have to work that week. I don't have to go to work that day. I had a weekend. I enjoyed my weekend. I went out and I partied. And now, I would rather die before work or the week than at the end. Dude, you know what? If we had dropped the bomb on Friday at 5:15 when people were leaving work, that would be some real fucking douche shit. That would be a lot worse. You know what? So, all right. But anyway, that's a shitty fucking Monday. All right. So, all right. I find terrible things happening to people to be funny. It's just like when someone leaves a place, like when I've had things where like I've had family members die and I'm walking home after the news and I go, man, it would really suck if it rained, and then it rains and I laugh. So this isn't a slight at Japan. This is just me being a fucked up individual. Anyway, it's kind of like how at the end of the First World War, veterans who survived the First World War came home and then got the Spanish flu and died. That's a motherfucker, ain't it? Anyway, so Yamaguchi was on the way to the docks with his two coworkers, right? And this dumb bastard forgot his identification card back at his room, so he has to go back and get it, and that's when the bomb falls, when he's going back because he forgot his fucking ID. Yamaguchi is like that guy who you go out to the bars and clubs, is like, especially when you're younger, and forgot his license or passport, and now you're gonna take a cab home, all right, to get with him, or you have to wait for him, or it's a whole ordeal. Anyway, that was Yamaguchi. That really reminds me of my friend Steve. Get this, he lives through it. Lucky son of a bitch. He gets some nasty burns, because he was outside. He got temporarily blinded, and his eardrums blew out. He got some burns on his face. And terrible Monday, terrible day. So I always remind myself, if it's a Monday, at least it's not this Monday. But here's the thing. The story gets worse. So Yamaguchi, he spends the night and he's like, oh, that was rough, that was pretty rough. And he hops on a boat and he goes home to his home city of Nagasaki. You know your history. You fucking... Look at this. This motherfucker Yamaguchi. He fucking goes home to his home city of Nagasaki, okay? Does he take some time off to recuperate and change his bandages because of his radiation burns from the atomic bomb? No. Yamaguchi does the most Japanese shit you have ever heard of. He goes to work the next day, Tuesday, August 9th. Excuse me, no, not the next day, excuse me. What day did we drop? He reported for work. No, it was 3 days later. Anyway, he goes to work the next day. He went to work. He's in work 3 days later. You know, the man survived. All right? The man survived an atomic bomb. Did he take some time off for himself? No, he's Japanese. So he went back to work. I'm so sick of this work ethic culture, dude. Oh, man, I had a coworker who once electrocuted himself at work. I'm beneath him. He's above me about 30 feet in a scissor lift, putting together two large electrical cables called Sarcopex cables. Right as they're about to touch, they're not supposed to be on. Someone turned them on. They arc. An electric fucking spark jumps. His hand turns black. And I see him holding it. He comes down. They rush him to the ER. I'm at work the next day. He's there. And I go, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, you gotta come to work. And I go, no, you don't. No, you don't. You were electrocuted. I saw your hand. It was black and you're white. So it's not supposed to be that color. Anyway, Yamaguchi goes the fuck back to work in Nagasaki. And he's telling his coworkers about how there was a giant bomb over in Hiroshima. And they're all like, fuck you. Fucking, can you believe Yamaguchi with his tall tales? One bomb leveled a whole city. Get the fucking... August 9th, 11 a.m. Boom. Another atomic bomb. He's in his second fucking atomic blast in a week. Right? Yamaguchi is sitting there going, man, if I had $1 or yen for every time I was in an atomic blast, I would have $2. Which, if you're getting them from being in a nuclear blast, is a lot of fucking dollars. It's all of the nuclear blast dollars. Anyway, Yamaguchi survives again. One week, except now everyone's dead, so no one can change his fucking bandages. Thankfully, this time he was inside because they dropped it at 11, okay? They dropped it at 11 a.m., all right? And there you go. There's a little fucking story for you. What are the fucking chances? That's some real... Wow. That's some shit, man. So if you're having a rough day today on your way to work, just remind yourself, hey, at least I wasn't in two atomic fucking blasts. By the way, Yamaguchi eventually did die from cancer, but at the ripe old age of 93. So, I'm going to, this is what I'm going to remind myself every day. I have a friend and comedian who's been on the show, Jason Cordova. Jason has this great joke. I don't know if he still does it, where he says he's also a comic. Jason says, it talked about a guy who jumped on the railroad train tracks. And he goes, man, who the fuck kills himself on the way home from work? And I was like, that's a valid point, because I remember working at a theater in Boston, and in the middle of the day on lunch break, some dude had gone outside, and it was a Friday. Oh, I think his joke was about killing yourself for the weekend. This was a Friday, noontime. This guy walked out of work, like across the street from me, climbed to the top of a, a parking garage, and then jumped off and landed on a fence in a car. I didn't see the body. I saw the lights, went over a little later, and saw the fucking indent in the car, in the fence. And I was like, dude, why Friday, man? Why didn't you wait till Monday? Why don't you go out, do a bunch of blow, bang some whores, man? Have one good fucking for the road, One real, I'ma fucking live. It's funny. I think I know why, because I know a story of a guy who he was like, I'm going to commit suicide, took all his money out of the bank, went to Tijuana and just went fucking rampant. Dude was like an animal. He's like, I'm going to do every fucking drug. I don't care if I overdose. I'm going to kill myself at the end of the weekend anyway. Banging hookers, raw. Because who the fuck cares if you get fucking crabs or chlamydia, dude? You're going to die anyway. So, fucking all weekend, just smashing bitches, getting fucked up, partying. And then come like Monday morning, he's like, I got to kill myself. He goes, you know what? I don't want to die anymore. I kind of like living. That's probably why that guy did that, because if he had a fun weekend, he might have been like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Fucking who. Anywho, happy Monday. I will periodically be dropping the history notes and facts on you, because I've forgot how much I like teaching people little anecdotes about life. Any day. Jesus, Michael. Anyway, hey, what's going on in the world, dude? It's Pride Month. It is. It's Pride Month. So if you guys didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, if you haven't had a company fucking change their logo to the rainbow flag, dude, it's so atrocious, man. I have a hard time. Like, when gay people tell me that they're having it rough, I go, look, man, you did for a long time, but fuck you. Don't tell me you're persecuted when TD Bank North is sponsoring your float, okay? Get the fuck out of here, okay? Look, someone may have called you some names, but fucking everyone gets called that. I've been called faggot a lot, like a lot of a lot, you know? Actually, Kid Rock just said that and got in trouble, and it's just weird to me because it's like you're at a Kid Rock concert. Like, that is something that you would expect. Yeah, like if I went to a Lady Gaga concert and she said it, I'd be a little surprised. I go, that was not something I was expecting. But if I went to a Kid Rock concert and he came out and was like, yeah, fucking frags, I'd be like, that makes sense. That just seems like something Kid Rock would do. I don't know. I don't know why everyone's fucking surprised. I can't imagine any of his fans were mad. So who is he apologizing to? The 5 gay Kid Rock fans? Is there a gay Kid Rock fan club? There has to. You know what? There's gotta be like a couple fucking dudes who just crush Monster energy drinks and man ass just out there. We're crushing monsters and man pussy. Mussy. So, yo, let me get I'm gonna get a pack of monsters and I'm gonna go monster on some mussy. It's somewhere out there. There's a dude in a trailer just fucking meth, monsters, and mussy, and it was somewhere out there, someone was just listening to Ball with a Bada, Bang to Bang Diggy, and then he turned on the news and Kid Rock said the F word, and he's like, I'm fucking done. Oh man, that's the last straw. That's the last straw for the final gay Kid Rock fans. I'm having a ball today. Fuck, dude. I'm never starting a podcast without Death Wish coffee again. Oh, baby. I don't know, man. I'm real happy. Life is doing good. Anyway, fucking, geez, I'm having more fun than I think any of my listeners definitely are. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, dude, there's gotta be a gay Kid Rock fan club. I know there has to be, because there's definitely, I don't even mean closeted gay dudes. I mean, there's definitely, like some Kid Rock chasers who want to suck his dick, who are, I know how they look. I know they're not the Manhattan gay that you're thinking of. They're more of the, how do I put this? They're, like Nickelback gay. I'm trying to what's Papa Roach gay, right? So they have neck beards and bellies and they're hairy and they don't wash or have hygiene. That type of gay dude. That's Kid Rock's fan club. Anyway, it's Pride Month. It's June, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. I feel like I feel like black people got fucked on the months. They really did. June why is it that, all right, so Mexicans get one day. They get Cinco de Mayo. Veterans get their Veterans Day, which most people don't even fucking take off because they save it for that Friday after Thanksgiving. They do get a little fucked. Although they do kind of creep in on Memorial Day and July 4th. So we'll figure. But anyway, Irish people get St. Patrick's Day, right? We get us and the Mexicans. We all both get 1 day apiece. But gay folks get a whole month. What's up with that, man? And now trans people get it too. And like non-binary and bi people. Let's figure this one out. There's a lot going on here, but I stand firm. I think black people got fucked on their months because black people got February. February fucking sucks, dude. And it's not even Black Pride Month. It's Black History Month, right? So it's the shortest month of the year. Right off the bat, they were like, we're going to give the blacks a month. Which one do you want to give them? What's the shortest one? February. It's 28 days. Sometimes it's 29. And we're like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to jip them out of 1 to 2 days. That's just how America works, baby. We're going to, isn't that what MLK's birthday is? We'll give them that. Now, it should be June because June is when Juneteenth is. Now, Juneteenth was, when slaves were finally freed. I think it was like the final day in Texas because Texas took a little slower to free all their slaves. That's my understanding of Juneteenth. So it's a day of emancipation. It's a bigger deal than Martin Luther King Day. And there's a reason. So when America gives holidays to people, we do it very particularly. For instance, Labor Day should be the 1st of May. It should be May Day. That's what it is in every other country. But the 1st of May, there are protests and rallies all around the world in honor of laborers. And it kind of has a socialist element to it. And because, hey, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, unions, when they started out, were socialist. Back then, being a socialist didn't mean you had green hair and 5 genders. It meant you were a hot-ass motherfucker. You were a fucking Irish-Italian immigrant. You were a dude working in a coal mine or a factory. You were a father and you were a husband. You were a mean dude. It didn't mean what it means today. Anyway, the president at the time, I want to say it was Wilson, but a good old Woody, but I could be incorrect, all right? Anyway, he chose to put Labor Day in September because he didn't want it to be associated. He didn't want the American labor movement to work internationally with other labor movements. He wanted to take some bite out of Labor Day. And so he put it in a month that wasn't related to it. Now, so he kind of nerfed Labor Day. Labor Day should be more powerful than it is. Now it's just a day to end summer. And we did that in America with like MLK Day. There's a reason you get MLK Day and not Malcolm X Day. Because MLK was nonviolent and don't stand up for yourself when people shoot you, It's kind of some bitch shit. I think it is. I know I'm saying that. I think Malcolm X did way more for the black community than MLK ever did and was a better fucking leader personally. But who am I? I'm not black. What do I fucking know? I don't think you should turn the other cheek when dudes slap you or slap your woman. I think you should turn around and slap them. That's just me. That's how I operate. Anyway, there's a reason like MLK Day was America's like, we're going to give the blacks a holiday. We'll give them MLK Day instead of Juneteenth because Juneteenth reminds you that you used to be slaves. Whereas MLK is all fucking holding hands and blah, blah. We're all together now. I have a dream and, it doesn't remind you. All right. And it should. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I feel like black folks got fucked because June would have been a better month. Also, they don't get to call it Black Pride Month. It's just Black History Month. And what does that even mean? All right, it means we only have to learn their shitty history for a month. That's what it feels like. Also, it's just like, hey man, how many 28 days of George Washington Carver? Because that's all it was in school, was, hey, here's a black dude who invented peanut butter. This guy, George Washington Carver, came up with, 52 ways to use a peanut. Really, that's all Black History Month was in school, was your teacher just turned into the black dude from Forrest Gump. I can't remember his name, but the guy who got shot, shrimp gumbo, shrimp and grits and shrimp and shrimp. And it's just like peanut butter and peanut engines and peanut oil and peanut lube. You can use that peanut lube to get in their butt. That's what I felt like school was with George Washington Carver teachings. And anyway, they definitely did it on purpose. June, like I said, way better month. Juneteenth, right? So, because June has the longest days of the year. The summer solstice is in June. The longest day of sunlight in the year is in June. In June, as you probably know, looking outside right now, the sun doesn't set till 9 p.m. up here in New England. Shit, man, I'm trying to go to bed and the fucking sun is still out because I'm working, dude. I'm busy, little B. I want to go to bed early, but this sun is fucking me up. And powers that be were like, nah, what are we going to do? Let them cook out till 9 p.m.? No, too many shootings. No, we don't want them having fun and having cookouts. Here's what we do. We give them the shortest month of the year, and we make sure it's cold because black people don't like cold weather. That way, when they go outside and they're like, man, we're going to celebrate Black Pride. They get outside and they go, man, it's cold as fuck. I'm not doing shit. And they walk back inside, all right? So what I'm saying is, gay people, give your month back to black people, all right? There you go. Here I am, Mike Bain, solving the world's problems. And I feel like that was done on purpose. Like Pride Month was given in June, because they could have done it in July, but America didn't want, they didn't want fucking July 4th getting too pridey, So how about August, right? Give them fucking August, dude. But here's the thing, because if black people are like, hey, we should have June, that should be our Pride Month, everyone's going to be like, dude, what are you, homophobic? Huh? And they'd be like, no, I'm not. But they're like, why are you trying to take Pride Month from the gays and the transgender people, huh? What's going on, you black bigots? And they're like, whoa, I'm just saying I should get my month in Juneteenth. I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to, America. Sneaky. Anyway, how do I transition? I don't. Aaron Carter got knocked out. Aaron Carter got knocked the fuck out by Lamar Odom in a celebrity boxing match. And you probably didn't hear about that. You didn't, because the Paul brothers were doing their thing. I don't know who's paying for those fights. Logan Paul lost, as you would imagine, to Floyd Mayweather. I got to give him credit. He stood up. It's very interesting what's going down. Is I'm looking at people commenting under like Joe Rogan's Instagram posts, and it's a lot of fighters and boxers, and what they're saying, I feel bad for them, because the fighting community is just now realizing what comedians had to realize a while ago, that actors and musicians had to realize a little after we did, but before the fighters, which is that I'm seeing a lot of fighters post stuff, and what they're saying is, they're saying, hey, fuck these guys, these YouTubers and these Twitch streamers and these social media celebrities. Well, coffee's wearing off. I'm slowing my energy. Sorry. And they're saying, fuck them. They're taking space away from fighters, right? They're taking space away from fighters who have worked their ass off all their lives. And some boxer who's the real fucking deal, he should have that shot against Mayweather. Some UFC fighter, he should have that shot that Jake Paul is getting, right? That's what they're saying. But they're realizing that the industry doesn't want to give shots to new guys. They don't. They want you to somehow already be famous. All right? And because they know that people will rather watch a freak show than watch talented people. And it's unfortunate. And not everyone feels that way, but a lot of people do. And they realize they can make money off of it. And this is something that happened to stand-up comedy a while ago. And I had to realize it the hard way. And it's tough. I'm watching fighters realize it now, too, the hard way. And if you're a fighter, I'm going to let you in on something. It's not about your steps or your 1-2, your combos. It ain't about any of that anymore. And I'm going to say this to the musicians and actors who haven't quite realized it doesn't matter how banging your fucking rhymes are. I sound so old. Or how good you are on the drums or the saxophone or whatever it is you're playing, dude. Doesn't matter if you are a fucking Mozart on the piano. It doesn't matter if you are a James Dean, right? You're a new actor and you're motherfucking, you got the chops, dude. You got the talent, right? You're that real motherfucker. What matters is how many followers you have. I'm not saying don't try and be good, but what I'm saying is you got to focus on your social media presence just as much, if not more, than your talent on stage, as a comedian, as a musician, as an actor in front of the screen, or in a ring. If you do anything live, the YouTubers, the TikTokers, the social media celebrities, they're in on it, dude. Because people will come just to see them. All right? And so this is what entertainment has become. Maybe it won't always be this way. I don't see it changing anytime soon. So my word is to adapt. If you're a fighter, fucking adapt, dude. Because this happened in my industry. It did. No one gives. I've seen guys, dude, who are like next level, incredibly talented comics, man, just like that would crush, but people don't know about them. People just don't know. I think I'm a pretty good fucking comic. Trust me, lots of people don't know anything about me, but that's the world you live in. So don't fight it. Don't do that thing. Like, in order to be a fighter or an artist, to get out there, especially as a live entertainer, an actor on stage, a musician, comedian, you have to be prepared to take a loss in front of a room full of people. You have to be prepared to get your ass beat, like Aaron Carter did. Remember Aaron Carter, the guy who had that song? And that's how I beat Shaq. He had some house party song too. I don't know. Anyway, I give him credit, dude. I give even Paul credit. In order to get out there, you have to be willing to lose. All right? Because like the dude who Logan Paul beat up, like he was an ex-basketball player, that guy got knocked out and everyone made fun of him and made memes about him. Fuck you. All right? At least he took a chance. At least that comic that bombed took a chance. At least that musician who had a bad show took a chance. At least that actor who got booed off stage took a fucking chance. All right? And that's what it's about. So you need to take that attitude and put it into making social media content. Because I was able to take a loss on stage. But that loss was right there in the moment. It didn't always stick with you. All right? You didn't have to worry about it being... Even if I videotaped it, I wouldn't show anyone. All right? Or like if I ever videotaped myself fucking, which was something I used to do, and that was a bad one, I'd be like, deleting this one. Ooh, my dick looks floppy in this. Or I'd be like, damn, that girl's ass was a little pimplier than I thought. Deleting this one. Anyway. Anywho. Put that out there. Take that same energy, man. It took me a while to be able to put out content because sometimes I make videos for TikTok or Instagram and they suck. They're just not as funny. Sometimes I thought I really had something, dude. I made this video recently where I took it's that, I can't remember his name, but he was in the Goonies. He was the main kid from the Goonies. He was Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings. I can't remember his name. But also he was I found a clip of him from a movie where he's talking about how he wants to be the 11th man. And the clip, he's talking about how, imagine there's a beautiful woman in a bar and he walks in and there's 10 guys lighting a cigarette, giving her compliments. The 11th guy walks in. He goes, hey, what's up, toots? And then he turns his back on her. She wants to be with that guy. And he's right about that, by the way. That is true. All right? And I put that up, but I spliced it with a scene from Lord of the Rings where after Frodo throws the ring in Mordor, he wakes up in that Riverdale, the elven city. And Riverdale? No, Rivendell. Riverdale, I think, is like from the Archie comics. Mike, you dumb donkle dink. Fucking Frodo and Archie, you know? Fucking Gimli hanging out with Jughead eating cheeseburgers. Anyway, all right, bringing it back, Mike. You're getting distracted. Anyway, in that scene, everyone comes in and surrounds Frodo, but Sam hangs in the back and kind of plays it cool. And Frodo pays no attention to the other hobbits. He's just got eyes for Sam, and it's very weirdly romantic. I think those dudes were smashing uglies. I'm just saying. I think so. A little bit of gay hobbit sex on the mountain ain't nobody's business, man. Hey, man, I don't even think that's only like quasi-gay, dude, because you were in Mordor, man. What are you going to do? Thought you were going to die? There's Sam. Sam's empathetic. He got that big old fucking booty. He's nice and thick. Get a little I'm just saying, I think Frodo topped him. That's my prediction. I throwing it out there. Happy Pride Month, Middle Earth. Anyway, Frodes. I put that up, and what do I get? I get some women going, oh, we want to be treated like that 11th man with the same respect. First of all, no, you fucking don't. No, they don't. Women don't want to be treated like men. It's a lie that they say, and they believe it, but it's wrong. They don't. You don't want to be treated like men. You want to be treated like women, okay? I'm not treating you like one of the boys because you're not one of the boys. You don't want that. I know you think you do, but you fucking don't. Okay? You want to be treated like women. I don't want a woman to treat me like one of the girls. I want to be treated like a fucking man. All right? And then I look, and it's the comment came from a 15-year-old who identifies as non-binary, they, them, who I know is a girl. I know is just a confused little white girl who, how do I put this? Because it's like, why are you saying women want to be treated this way? You're non-binary. You shouldn't have a stake in the matter. Huh? For someone who is neither gender, you seem very invested on the female gender, I might add. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. I'm just saying. Anyway, and then another one was just from some girl, and I didn't argue with him because I was like, well, I'm a grown man. I can argue with someone 15, but what I'm saying is, no one except for one person understood what I was trying to do. They thought I was trying to make a comment on male-female dynamics. It's a joke on Frodo fucking Sam. That's what it was. And so I was like, all right, this one bombed. But now my bomb is out there. I'm not going to take it down. I'm just going to leave it out there. And there are dudes who can be hot-ass UFC fighting dudes, but there's something about taking selfies with your phone. There's something about filming, traveling, which I did in Colombia, that just... I only know how to put this one way, so take it as it is. To a guy, to a manly dude, making TikToks and videotaping yourself, it just feels fucking gay. It just does. Fight that. Get over it. I know it's just, as a guy, you want to be humble and not, fuck you. You're putting yourself out there as a fighter, as an artist, as a musician, as a comedian, whatever. Fucking take it on the chin, dude. Be a big boy. Fucking deal with it. I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. It is what it is. There you go. Get over it. Get over that. I fought it for a long time. Get over it. Make content. Some of it'll suck. A lot of my content originally sucked. You'll learn to deal with it. If you want to do whatever it is that you want to do in life, even run a business now, you got to have something going. All right? I follow this dude who has like 300,000 followers, and he just puts on such a super fucking wop. Like, he's like this Italian guy from Jersey, but he really whops it up, you know? And he kind of, hey, I'm fucking Tony. And maybe it is really him, but it's a lot. So maybe, I don't know. I just feel like a guy his age, you don't see many of those guys. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's who he is. But anyway, he's out there, like, he does skits about his pizza. He runs a pizza shop for Sicilian pizza. I'm like, it adds to it, dude. You got to figure it out. That's the game nowadays. And guess what? Maybe, you don't want to be the guy investing in horse-drawn carriages, okay? When Henry Ford is churning them out. You don't want to be the guy investing in what is that? What, I'm gonna blank right now. Beep, 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 beep. I'm such a fucking cunt. What the fuck? And you don't want to be a guy in investing in the Telegraph when the phone is coming down the pipe, okay? You don't want that. So find a way. Find a way to do both. If you don't adapt, you will die. And I've learned the hard way this year that I had to adapt. And I've been learning that for a while, man, because I came in a weird interim in my field. So whatever you got going on, dude, Find a way to make it work for you. That will take time. Just like how I had to find my voice on stage as a comedian. Everyone will do this. You find a way as a musician or an artist or whatever you do to make it you. This is who I really am on stage as a comic, as a musician, as a fucking fighter. This is what I am. This is what I'm bringing to the fucking table, dude. And when you figure that out, that's when you get to your next level as a performer, as a fighter, whatever. Figuring it out online is different. It's a different beast, and that takes time too. And it's fucking scary. I don't care how fucking manly you are. It is. It's like when you see people getting fucking railroaded on social media, TikTok is the worst for this. Like there's a woke mob that comes for people. It's usually young, hyper-progressive women, and it's women. It's not even guys that do it. You ever hear about how women always say women are crueler? Like what women do in a sorority is so much meaner hazing than what guys do. Because guys will get you fucked up and be like, pledge, wash my fucking dirty laundry. Girls, like, I knew guys who pledged a frat and they would just get them blackout drunk and wasted, which was dangerous. They gave them alcohol poisoning, don't get me wrong. But the female sororities at UMass where I went to, they would make you stand up, they would undress you, and then they would take markers and they would circle like your fat or your pimple or your cellulite or your stretch marks, and they would write on you. And that's how they would demean you. They would really fucking break you. And girls would... Dude, I saw a girl bullying. I saw a woman put up a video on TikTok. You know what? I'll end the show. I'll end on these two topics. Because I've got plenty more to talk about. I don't want to do more than an hour, though. And... fuck. I'm sorry to whoever wrote me that question. That's a great question. I will answer it next time. Next time, I'm going to answer it. Apologize. That takes too much time for me to do right now. I could talk like 30, 40 minutes on this topic. Anyway, this woman put up a video, and she looks like she reminds me of Kimmy Schmidt, right? And in it, she explains what she does for her husband before he wakes up. She makes him a smoothie. She wakes him up to Christian music, and she rubs his hand, and she gets his day started. She likes to serve, in a sense. She likes to please. She likes to be a woman. And she enjoys being a wife and a woman and doing womanly things for her husband. Now, here's the thing. She's doing them voluntarily. A woman won't do womanly shit for you unless you do manly shit for her. Okay? And if she is doing them, it's because of a toxic imbalance. He's usually beating her or demanding something, right? But a woman, and this is on us men, won't be womanly for you if you're not doing your job as a man. So I don't know what he's doing for her, but he's doing something. He's providing in a way, maybe financially or spiritually, I imagine both, right? He's giving her something. He's giving her something as a man where he allows her to be a woman. And in trade, he's getting this back. Because I've heard guys ask, well, how do I get a woman who does this? You treat her like a woman and you provide something. You provide what a man is supposed to provide. You listen to her. You do, man. I know we knock it. Dude's always like, oh, man, you got to listen to her. You want to get something out of her? You want to be treated like a fucking man? Provide her with support when she comes to you. You be a fucking rock. Be something stable she can go to when she's filled with stress and anxiety about her job or her family. When she comes to you and she goes, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go back to school. My life is fucked up. And you sit there and you walk her through it. That's your fucking job as a man. That's part of being a man, fuckface. Don't walk away from that part. And you walk her through it. And you say, this is what you have to do. But also listen, just listen to her and go, hey, you're fucked up. Life is fucking you up. First world women have more anxiety and more rates of suicide than any third world woman or any rural woman does. And you walk her through it. And you go, hey, this is what I do when I have anxiety. This is how I handle my anxiety. This is what I do when I have depression. And you hear her out. You validate, help, because maybe her shit is invalidated, and that's the case. You're like, man, all right, you're freaking out over the fact that someone spelled your name wrong at Starbucks. Fucking relax, toots. Provide her with support. You know what holds a family together? It's a patriarch. I'm not saying that matriarchs don't have their place. Yin and yang, we both got our place. But I've talked to a lot of people who, when the patriarch died, the old grandpa, the family died with it. All right? You got to hold them together. All right? And you do that. So this guy is clearly providing something. All right? Because I had a woman, I don't know if I talked about this. I might have mentioned it. I might have cut that part. But she was like, what do you provide for me? And I was like, first of all, this is a check test. I see it coming a million miles away. So fuck you. I know what you're doing. And I called her out on it. I go, I know what you're doing. Because what I do is I do this to women. I will either immediately reverse that and say, who are you? What are you giving to me? Or I'll find a way to word it in a way where it doesn't come off as shop. I'll be like, so what? I might say something like, women here are usually a lot of the same. How are you different? And I'll watch them be like, huh? Because they want to, women their relationships are based off of hypergamy. They want to date a man who's better than them. They do not want, women will not date a man who's beneath them. Okay? So you don't have to have $1 million. You don't have to be better looking than her. You just have to know you're the motherfucker deep down inside. And she'll recognize that. Know it. Be it. And don't take it from anywhere else. Take it from inside. All right, what I mean by that is don't get your manhood or your value by your fucking job, your bank account, your truck, your guns, your big dick. Get it from who you are as a fucking man. Dude, I fucking lost track. And I haven't even smoked weed in days. Where was I? Talking about manhood. Not to be a bitch. Oh, so Kimmy Schmidt makes a video. Anyway, so I don't for a second, this woman is genuinely happy. All right, so she's getting something from him. He's getting her womanly nature from her. She also does fitness. So it's not like she's just sitting at home fucking knitting sweaters, which could be fun for her. Who knows? Anyway, women ripped her to pieces. And she didn't say, this is how you have to live. She didn't say this is the way a woman should live. This is how women. None of that. She just said, this is how I live and this is what I do. And they went to town on her. And not just on that video. They went to all her other videos. You need help. You're a psycho. You are being abused. This poor. And people would be like, hey, why can't she just live her life? No, she's being abused. They've been so brainwashed by modernity. And I'll say this. I don't give a fuck. Reject modernity. Reject the modernness of society that leads people to have to take pills just to be happy. All right? Because that ain't working out for anyone. All right? We keep talking about how great our current society is, but we have horrific rates of suicide. We have fucking mass shootings. We have people killing themselves with drugs and alcohol. And our suicide rates of our youth are absolutely through the roof. And they're through the roof for our older people. And we have people dying, eating themselves to death, and living in states of horrific anxiety and depression. I don't think I know anyone who isn't anxious or depressed. So clearly, this modern society and all that shit they give you to buy isn't filling the hole in your soul. Bag, first album, hole in your soul, baby. So they're railing this girl, fucking just going to town in every video. I felt so bad for her. And I see one comment, and this person's like profile pic says prevent suicide, and she's trolling this woman because she all the woman said is I put on Christian music for my husband. She didn't proselytize, didn't say you all have to be Christians, just did that. And what happened? This girl goes, is this the Christian woman? Showing videos of her butt. She showed how to work out to get a nice butt. She was looking sexy. As if you can't be Christian and sexy. And then you're like, oh, no, you, like, it was just, like, the audacity of these same people to say I'm anti-suicide and then bully a person. Like, I know that girl is hurting. That's not easy to go through. I can go through that because I've been through so much in trauma in my life, and that's not I don't wear that like, oh, I've had a rough patch. I'm just being dead serious. My act as a comedian is changing this year. I have a show tonight. I'm going to say some fucking shit I'd never had the balls to say on stage about women, about race. I'm going to talk about some of the shit I talked on this fucking show. And You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to save that other thing for later because I already went off on this. So I'm going to answer this question. I might go over an hour. Fuck it. I got a question. Can a man date a woman who earns more than him? I feel like I've addressed this on the show before. I'm going to address it again anyway. For any newcomers, can a man date a woman who earns more than him? Yes. Okay, and this is going to tie into what I was just talking about. Yes, that can work. Okay? Here's the thing, fellas. Don't be a bitch. Don't let your wife making more money than you make you an insecure bitch. That's on you. Who cares? If your manhood comes from where you make money, and I know dudes like this, and they're usually in trades, I had to be the bearer of bad news, fuckwad. But if we're judging men by money, then Mark Zuckerberg's got a fucking 80-foot dick and you're sitting over here with a 2-incher. Then all those nerd-ass motherfuckers who are killing it in fucking crypto, they're big dicking you. Then all these little bitch boys in offices, they're making more than you. So are them finance bros and those fucking coders. Your money isn't your manhood. I understand what you think about providing, but you have been taught by a consumerist society to believe that providing only exists in a financial environment. It doesn't. You're not just a financial provider. You provide a sense of safety, well-being, and spirituality to your wife and your kids. Okay? Not just fucking money. I know so many piece of garbage fucking fathers. I went through this with my own, and my dad is a mix. I've been through this. I love him. He's good and he's bad. He's just a human being. But he always said, well, I put food on the table and a roof over your head. And I go, great, Dad, but that's only part of the equation. I know lots of guys who think, well, I work and I make money for my wife and kids. I'm going to go be a piece of fucking shit at the bar. Fuck you. Okay? That's not it. Because I know families whose dads didn't make money, but the dad spent time as a dad with his kids and with his woman, and the love they had made them much better people and a much stronger family. All right? I've met rich families, and they're fucked up, just like any other family. They pretend like they're not, but they're just as fucked up as anyone else is. All right? Because dad gave them all the money in the world. Why are their kids still out shooting up fucking schools? Why you grew up in a multi-million-dollar mansion, but you're still doing heroin? You still do Suboxone? All right, so clearly there's more to being a dad and being a husband than just bringing home the bacon. All right? Now, here's what you can't do. All right? You can't be a stay-at-home dad because she won't respect you if you do that. That is the issue. Now, if she makes more money than you, but you do your thing too, that's fine. But a woman will never see you as a man if she comes home and you're a fucking bum sitting there drinking Mountain Dew, smoking weed, playing video games. That's what you can't do. You will lose your manhood that way. All right? Or even if she comes home and you're sweeping the floors and making food, you've taken on a womanly role. All right? If you both do shit around the house, you can figure that out. But you can't, if you take on status as a stay-at-home dad, which is really just being a stay-at-home wife, she's going to cheat on you. She's going to find someone who's more manly and more alpha than you. Your manliness or alphaness, whatever you want to fucking call it, has to be maintained. All right, dude? It has to be maintained even if she makes more money than you. Dude, I've been with women who make more money than me. You're still the motherfucker and you're still in charge. Remember that. You're not a leader because she makes more money than you. All right? Is the strongest guy, the most badass fucking special forces dude, the strongest guy in the military, the guy who leads the military? No. No, he isn't. All right? Just as if the person who made more money doesn't lead everything. All right? Doesn't matter. And you young fuckers need to learn this because women make more money than men on younger generations. You guys are going to trade school or you're losing your jobs at technology or immigrants. Women were in professions that aren't like nursing. There's no nurse bots yet, all right? A lot of dudes, most dudes I know are women who make more money. All right? Don't be a fucking bitch. That's a young man's thing. That's a young dudes think that. A grown man doesn't. That's some bitch boy shit, okay? That's bitch boy shit. When you're a young dude and you're still a boy, you think things like, oh, don't date a girl who fucks you on the first date. That's some young dude bullshit. Grown men don't think that. Because grown men want some fucking pussy, dude. That's some young boy shit. That's because you're still young and there's still a ready available access of fucking pussy to you, okay? You're young and women are still single and they're still out and they're still hooking up and you get that in your head. I don't want fucking girls like that. Shut up. I want a woman who puts out. Because those same dudes get in marriages and then they're in sexless marriages and they hate their wives. And they go, oh, my wife never fucks me. And I'm like, yeah, I know. She didn't start off your relationship by fucking you. News, she showed you. She showed you what you were going to get. All right? That girl who first date fucking blew your socks off. Oh, you went home and she sucked your dick and she had you fucking squirming like you were getting an exorcism. Just had you fucking bursting out your skin. Why didn't you date her? She gave you what you wanted, dick face. And because of some false concept of pride or ego, you acted emotional. All right, you want to be a good man? Be a fucking stoic and control your emotions. And ego is one of them. You got egotistical, all right, and you were like, oh, she probably did this for other guys. Everything your woman has done for you, she's done for other men, and she will do for other men after you, even if you fucking die. Get over it. You don't own her the way you think you do. You can be in charge, and you should be in charge in your relationship, all right? I'm going to put this very bluntly, ladies, because I've been accused of misogyny for saying this. No, this is the natural order of the universe. You don't like it, tough fucking titties. I'm not saying men should fucking dominate you sexually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hoo-hoo! What I'm saying is this is how I have a relationship with a woman. I'm the pilot. You're my co-pilot. Right? We're both pilots. If I die or I get diarrhea, you come in, you can pilot the plane. You can't pilot it as well as I am, and I teach you things as the pilot, but we're both pilots, but I'm the co-pilot. I'm the regional manager. I'm the regional manager of Dunder Mifflin. All right? I'm the regional manager. You are my assistant to the regional manager. Yeah, here you go, huh? I'm sick. You take, bitches be Dwight Schrute. We are both in the UN. I'm on the Security Council. We both go into the UN, right? And we're like, hey, let's solve some world problems. And you come up with an idea. And then you go, I'm going to pass this UN resolution. And I go, veto. And you go, what? I go, veto. And you go, what does that mean? And I go, that means no. We should go on a vacation to on a cruise ship. And I go, veto. And you go, what is that? I go, that's my UN Security Council status as a man. She goes, what does that mean? It means no, I don't fucking do cruise ships. Fellas, if you're not happy, she won't be happy. All right? And if you don't respect yourself, she won't fucking respect you. And if you do respect you, if you do take care of yourself, if you do take charge, and you do be a man, and you do be and you do be a man, then her money won't matter. Okay? You should be able to learn how to get women regardless of whatever your flaw is, whether you're broke or you have no legs. Or, whatever it is, you can overcome it. You can overcome whatever fucking deficiency you have. All right? And if you can only maintain a status with your woman as long as you have money, what happens when you lose your job? What happens if you invested all that money in Dogecoin and it shits the bed? Does she no longer respect you? Do you no longer respect yourself? So to answer that question, which I assume was written by a woman, based on the way it was phrased, yes. Yes, men can date women who make more than them. They just have to be men about it. All right? Get that fucking stupid shit out of your head. She can make more money than you. But your Mac game, your pimp game, whatever we want to call it, I don't know. I haven't figured out a new word for it. Has to be strong. Be a strong fucking dude. But like I said, her making more money doesn't mean that she has to dominate the relationship or become the role of the man. That doesn't have to happen. Doesn't at all. All right? I don't know, that isn't the world. You remember what I fucking said about these fighters needing to learn about what I was saying about how you have to adapt? Some shit is coming down the pipeline, all right? More women are going to college than men. Men mostly work in trades. Women are making more money through OnlyFans and through social media and all that other stuff. For a lot of society, women are going to earn more money than men. There's a deindustrialization of our society. A lot of male jobs are in ways becoming automated. What are you going to do, fellas? Are you going to adapt? Or are you going to sit around with your bitch tits? Fucking dude, it's a good deal. Having a woman with some money, that's a good deal. Because I've dated broke girls too. And that's tough. That can be tough too. Because then it's all on you, man. Then you're out, shopping, whatever. And she wants you to buy everything. At least this way, if she wants superfluous shit. So what I will say is don't be in that situation where she pays for everything, right? Still go for your wallet. Still make sure that when the time comes, you gotta, don't be a fucking total bum. All right, don't leech off her because she will leave you and she will see you as a bitch. She will. But, take care of stuff. Go for your wallet. Maybe if it's something extraordinary, depending on how much money she has, who knows? Maybe she makes 20 grand more than you. That's not a big deal. But if she's a multi-millionaire and you're not, don't. That's different. She's going to pay for shit. I've been in a situation with a woman where she paid for, this wasn't like a relationship, but we went away and she paid for everything. She had money and I didn't. And you know what? We still maintained because I didn't let it interfere in any way. Because I remember she was barking at me about something and getting emotional. And I go, no. I don't remember what it was, but I don't want to, I laid down the law. It was me being like, this thing that's happening, it's not happening, and I'm not doing it. I understand why you're upset. I acknowledge what you're fucking going through, but you're being really emotional, and I'm not going to bite at it. And when you want to calm down and talk, we'll have a talk, but I'm not doing this thing. End of my part in this until you want to talk again. And she was appreciative. You know what I gave her? I realized in that moment what I gave her, which was she was a woman who was a high anxiety job, making a ton of money, making a lot of big decisions. She wanted to just relax for a weekend, be a woman, hold my hand, take her out dancing, make all the decisions. She paid. I made all the decisions. And I didn't break when she pushed me on shit. That's how you fucking do it. All right? There you go. I'm going to end on that. This has been a real rambunctious podcast. We're all over the place on this one. I will end with this. I've said this many times on this fucking show. Your manhood is not derived from a consumable product as much as our modern consumerist society tells you. It is a fucking internal flame. An eternal and internal flame. You feed it. And it can fall apart when you get depressed. I know it, man. I went through a shit fucking time this year. And the manhood of Mike Bain took a fucking hit. But it's back. And this feeds back into what I said. It's okay to fail. You're gonna fail. You're gonna make shitty videos for online. You're gonna make shitty jokes. You're gonna lose your fights. In the ring, you'll lose fucking fights in relationships. But you don't lose your faith in yourself. Okay? You don't lose your faith in you. Be your own fan and have faith in you. Burn that up from the inside out. All right? Not from the outside in. It doesn't work the other way around. Your confidence and faith will come from in here. Look, if you got a good job and you got a good woman and shit's going right, it's easier to manifest that. It's so much harder when you're broke and things ain't going right and you don't have someone to love you or believe in you. It's so much harder then. But if you can do it during the hard times, you can excel at it during the good times. Just like if you can date when you're fat or ugly or broke, and you can learn how to be a fucking a Mac in the life of a Mac. Return of the Mac. That's my fucking favorite song, dude. Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. One of mine. It's top 3. Anyway, if you can do it on a lower level, you can exceed when the time comes. All right, just like if you're a comedian who can do a good show in a shitty bar while drunks are screaming and throwing shit at you, you can do great in a comedy club where everyone wants to laugh. If you're a fighter and you can fight the grimiest motherfuckers, right? Like Mike Tyson did, coming out of fucking East New York, Brownsville, what happens when he gets to train and he gets in the ring? Decimates. Don't lose sight of who you are because of extra fucking bullshit. All right? So that really became a lesson for men. But anyway, to answer your question, ma'am, yeah, they can. If a man is intimidated by your money, and fellas, stop shirking your responsibility. Even women are going to be the way they are. It's on you to be a fucking man. Man the fuck up. It's on you. Doesn't matter what happens with them. It's on you. Treat the problems, even the ones that they create, like they're yours because you let them happen. Manhood, alphaness is about responsibility. Well, you know what a patriarch does? Is he looks at his family and he says, the responsibility of this family is mine. How these kids are raised is mine. How my woman gets treated is mine. How she goes through her life and respects herself is my responsibility. Same for my kids, same for my cousins, same for my nephews, same for my nieces. The buck fucking stops here. All right? And so someone in that group can fuck up and drag you down. Welcome to manhood. Someone can fuck your shit up, and it wasn't you. Now, you can play the other way, where you're not attached to anyone or anything, and you have to worry about anyone fucking your shit up because you're an island, but you don't get the respect. Everything has a price, baby. Choose yours. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you. The price of dealing with that fucking shit is worth your roll. Know your role, man. Know your fucking role. Anyway, fuck, I'm gonna end right there because I will babble on incoherently and I've already went long. Shit, dude, this podcast went. This is such a fucking real, what's the word I'm looking for? Metaphor for the inside of my head. Jesus Christ, history, laughing at other people's misfortunes, and then coming back to motivation. Anyway, this, I'm going to keep this format. I'm never going to do questions at the front again. I didn't like when I did that. There you go, guys. That's an example of failing. Fail. Go out. Take some fucking chances. So what? You fucking fail. Shit happens. As long as you fucking love and respect yourself, that's what fucking matters. All right? And this is something I'll tell younger people. If you listen to this and you're younger, the biggest lesson I wish I had learned sooner in my life is you're gonna fail. And just because you fucking fail doesn't mean it's over. And even if you failed at a job that you had for 20 years or a relationship, the marriage you got divorced, it ain't over. It ain't fucking over, man. It ain't over till you're dead. So go back to school. Find a new woman. Get back out in the field. Ladies, find you a new man. Maybe that guy you married let himself go. He lost his fucking manhood. You don't have to stay with that fucking bitch. I don't advocate for women staying with bitch men. I don't. Fellas, if you drop the fucking ball and your woman fucks around on you, it's your fault. And I did it, and it happened to me. And you know whose fault that is? Mike Bain's. Mike Bain fucked up and I didn't say no when I was supposed to and be stronger in the face of a fight because I didn't want to have the fight. I pushed out. And in the end, I fucking paid for it. Take your failures, man. Make your confrontations. Anyway, fucking get your act together, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there, man. Have a fucking good week. Have a good Monday, or whenever it is that you're listening to this. And yeah, I'm going to keep it this way. That way, if you just want to listen to Mike tell history lessons and laugh about shit going on in the world, or you can skip in for this stuff. I imagine lots of people don't want to listen to the M parts. Or maybe you do. I don't fucking know. I can't see exactly how long you listen to the show. I don't have those analytics. I just get to see that you download it. Happy fucking week, ladies and gentlemen. I love you, motherfuckers. Peace and God bless. With a hood, with a hood, with a hood, yeah.